times have changed, and money talks, and I think the film and television industry have discovered that because we've been so erased up until now, frankly, or you're just a side character, or you're like Portia Marmore on Criminal Minds. How many seasons was that show on, and he never really had a girlfriend?
Right.
What? I mean, what? Like we learned the personal lives of everybody else but him. And Blair Underwood told us about it one time, that it was the same thing on LA Law back in the day, that the staff writers of the TV shows are not sure how to write Black characters because they were all white.
Mm-hmm.
And they were nervous, so they would write about everybody else's lives at home, but we were such a mystery. I heard another story about that with Sammy Davis Jr. from back in the 50s. Like, writers were like, well, I don't know, what should we write for him? How do we write a Black person? It's like, well, you start with a person. Let's start with that.
that has all of the same emotions and needs, human needs, that all humans have.
Yeah, and if that's all you get, it might be a little bland and non-specific, but it's better than nothing. But I mean, the real answer is to have Black people behind the camera in the writers' room so they can help school people.
Representation.
Because there's a lot of education that is still necessary, obviously.
Yeah,
and also it helps to have a Black friend that you can actually ask to read.
Whose opinion you respect and who's just not an ornament,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, do you think we should thank James Patterson for creating a character like Alex Cross, who was a prominent Black man in his series? Has helped a little bit.
I have no issue with writing the other. I haven't read any of the Alex Cross, I must admit, but I do remember back in the day when there seemed to be a lot more African-American bookstores back in the 90s when I started publishing, that a lot of those stores were carrying James Patterson because of that character. So I think Black readers have felt like, yay, they got somebody. I'm not sure his reasons for doing that, and I don't object to it as long as you do it in a way that's respectful. And I haven't heard any complaints about it, so I'm assuming it works.
Yeah, now I never have watched Criminal Minds, but that's news to me about him not having a girlfriend, because that doesn't make any sense. But the newer show FBI, I don't know if you ever have watched it. I like police shows. Well, some of them. I like a lot of legal shows. I watch medical shows. I like dramas. But FBI, the newer one, there's 3 different ones, but the one that's just FBI has a Black woman FBI agent. I don't know her name, is an actress. Very attractive woman. She's never had a boyfriend on the show. Everybody else, and this is the Now show. In fact, my DVR is recording it tonight. So everybody else, all the other FBI agents have had romantic encounters or spouses or somebody. Except her.
And my prediction is that when they finally do give her a love interest, he will not be.
He'll be white. Yeah.
Oh, you knew what I was going to say. Yeah, and no shade to interracial couples. I have many in my life. But when it comes to the media, it's very convenient to have as few Black characters as possible. And they're always looking for ways to center themselves. So that's how you end up with all these white boyfriends, white husbands, Black characters in isolation, like they're the only Black person, they don't have any friends or family.
Right. Right. Yeah. Or in commercials now, what's extremely common is even if they have a Black couple with both people being Black, the parent, the mother and the father, the child is biracial. Now that is not possible biologically.
That's a whole long
conversation right there.
It has to do with colorism. It has to do with which children are getting the experience as actors and which aren't, so that they're performing better in their auditions. There's like a whole different segment.
It is, but it's all connected,
Yeah.